Hello everyone, Rukhsi from Creatifecundity Incorporated is here with this 7th episode of the Social Change for Justice video series. This episode is on hierarchy and economic discrimination. Over the past few months, since I received an infuriating email from one of the largest investment companies in the United States that rejected my application entering my small business in their program to receive specifically informational and educational support. Large investment companies such as Goldman Sachs follow outdated modes of their supposed philanthropy and charitable programs for small businesses. However, these programs are farcical and discriminatory because they are already biased towards financially successful small businesses that have already been in business for 2 years and made a threshold $75,000 worth of income. These small businesses are already thriving, so they exert very little or non-existent need for companies like Goldman Sachs to financially and socially support them. I responded to the rejection letter with extreme irritation and disgust at the unfairness and injustice perpetuated by these multi-million and billion-dollar equity and asset-based corporations, when they have enough revenue and assets to fund every small business in the world. Yet they hoist these criteria in the faces of those small businesses that are minority owned and earning below the poverty line or no income whatsoever. Not to mention their situations worsened by the economic crisis associated with our current pandemic. These criteria are inherently discriminatory and racist in nature because they ignore economic inequalities tied to racial inequalities in the history of this nation as well as historically across the world. Criteria illustrate preferential treatment towards those small businesses that are already financially able and with the means, such as the $75,000, to invest their income and pay for advertisements and allocate part of their capital towards partnerships and receive more income in return. However, those small businesses that are minority owned, especially owned by minorities with little to no financial means, and had the misfortune of incorporating right before the pandemic last year or within the subsequent months following it, are racistly and discriminatorily excluded because their economic hardship and history from the past is not addressed and reversed by our society today. How do we address the unfairness and injustices from our large financial institutions? We return to our community council and we take back our investments to our communities and invest in our community members who are suffering at or below the poverty line. We stop all investments in wealthy giant corporations, organizations, and institutions, and we disperse those investments to our economically and financially struggling minority as well as non-minority community members. Remember that those earning 6 digits or above are already earning well above the poverty line. So our focus needs to be first and foremost on those earning $0 of income or an income that is below the poverty line, which is $17,000 for one person in the United States, as well as all our community members earning between that $17,000 and the $100,000 six-figure mark. We focus on transforming private entities into public entities. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. I leave you with hierarchy is inequality. For our dignity.